Hello everybody, my name is Foxina, and today I'm doing something that people have been requesting for me to do for a really long time now. Not just people on my YouTube, but people from my personal life and on other social medias. I am going to do a drawing tutorial. Now, I don't know a lot about drawing. I'm not a professional. I haven't been to art school. So this is just how I draw. And your method, along with other people's methods, are going to be different from mine. This is how I've learned, and this is how I draw. Apologies for any background music. There's not really much I can do about it. There's hair on my screen. So, as far as drawing faces go, that's one of the things that people have asked me a lot about. The way I draw faces is I start out with a circle and a line. And this line is the middle of the face, and that's where the nose is. So this is like the center line. And then here I'll draw two lines, and this is where the eyes are going to be. So this can show you where the face is looking and what dimension the head is existing in, or like where it's looking in the sense of a three-dimensional plane. So this isn't a lot. Usually I start with the eyes, so I'm just going to draw Foxina here. So draw. By the way, I have my thing set to 24 opacity, 3.5 pixels long. No. I use a dip pen soft, and I have stabilization on all the way up. So I'm going to actually make this a little bit smaller. Try and do the eye. And here's the thing about drawing. It will take many, many tries to get what you're trying to draw right.
No.
Sorry, that's my sister. And when you're first sketching it, nothing is going to look perfect. And you don't have to stick to your guidelines 100% of the time. Usually I draw the mouth last, and whenever I draw Foxina, I give her this meh face expression. And I draw mouths kind of like off to the side a bit. And my sister's in the room with me. So this is how I draw eyes. It's just a basic circle that's slightly elongated. And my character Foxina has big, thick.
I just came here to die. It's a meme, I think.
Memes be funny. My character has big, thick, luscious lashes. And, the shape of her eyelashes are kind of inconsistent, as you can see here. Sometimes they end up looking like this. And other times they just look like this. There we go. It's a bit better. And you want to extend the shape of the eyelashes as far close to the eye as possible. Yeah. If you probably don't understand what I'm trying to say. Just kind of like that. They don't just exist on the corner of the eye. They kind of sit there. But the way I draw them, they're really pronounced on the edge of the eye. And you got this thing here. There you go. And my character is quite stylized. So, yeah. And a lot of the times you have to change things. Like, I might have to move her mouth later. So my character, Foxina, is right in her name. She is a fox. And the way I draw cheek floof on foxes is like this. I actually draw cheek fur differently for most species. Like, this is a fox, and this is a wolf. This is a wolf. And bunnies, just kind of like that. Sometimes characters or foxes will have cheek fur like this. And sometimes they won't have any cheek fur. So yeah, it's just a little bit of a thing that I do. So then I usually don't draw anything on this side because the rest of her face is covered by her cheek floof. But that's just something I do to save time. And this is how I draw ears. They're kind of on the side. In real life, fox ears are more toward the top of their head. They're not really on the side. But like I said, this character is really stylized. So she has really big ears. And that's one of the ways you can tell Foxina and Lockjaw apart. Lockjaw is another one of my OCs. And she's a wolf. So then you got the ears, and just to check, make sure it's good, you flip it. I think that looks alright. So then you add the inside of the ear by going like that. And you do like that. There you go. That's it. By the way, this is probably going to be a multiple part series because I can't record very long. So, yeah. There you go. And then you gotta draw the hair, or, nope. You make it flowy. There you go. Make sure you have really big chunks. Because hair isn't one solid mass. Oh, door. It's a bunch of little strands, but you're gonna want to imagine it in chunks because when you have super realistic hair and a really cartoony body, it doesn't really fit well. Of course, there can be exceptions, but at the same time, not all the time. God. Like, if you're drawing a character who has cartoony anatomy, but there's, like, detailed shading and stuff, then maybe you could get really realistic hair to work. Maybe. It depends. You're gonna have to fix this for a second. And this is how I draw hair. I try to make it so that there are at least 2 of these fluffs for every color of her hair, because she has, like, 3 colored hair. Yeah, you gotta make it different and stuff to make it look like actual hair. I think that looks alright. Burp. Bless you, chew. Then you give her a little ha. There you go. And you do the flip, make sure it looks good. That looks good. Nope, that's the wrong thing. You up there. That looks good to me. So then the other thing you're going to want to do is for the chest here, you're going to want to draw a circle. Some people will do this. I don't really do that. And this is too small. Nope. There you go. Much better. And you might want to also just move that a bit. There you go. And she has this kind of posture where her head is in front of her body sometimes. But yeah, also I draw necks really thin, like that. My characters are kind of bobbleheads. So then you do that, and then you draw the shoulders. Sometimes I accidentally draw the shoulders weird, or like lopsided. This is one of the times where that didn't happen. Now, an important anatomy tip. When you're drawing guys, they have broad shoulders and really narrow hips. And when you're drawing girls, they have narrow shoulders and bigger hips. You see? And this is always true. Oh, I was going to write that, but it decided not to do it. And this is always true, but sometimes you have weird body types. Like, if you're really chubby and you don't really have a waist, then, yeah, your hips are going to go out past your shoulders. But, yeah, that's just a little bit of a tip. And I try to do that all the time, it doesn't always come out right though. So what I do is I do this, I draw their back. Actually, I barely ever do that. You draw her arms. That's what I do. And they come out like this. And this one is here. And this is where her elbows are, right here. She has her hands in her pockets. There you go. And you draw the boob. A little bit of a boob. No. It's round. Round boob. And you gotta draw the other one. Try to make it mostly in the center. For this one, you have the main center line. It should follow the face. Main center line. It doesn't have to be perfectly. Hold on. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it exists. So that should be where the center exists. Make that come up like that. That's too much. I'm gonna move this a bit. Hold on a second, guys. Hold up. Alright, I'm back. So, you're gonna want to move her shoulder a little bit. There you go. That's better. And bring the hip over like that. There you go. That looks better to me. And you have the other hand and hand in the pocket just coming off like that. That doesn't look right. Get rid of this. Actually, not all the way. There you go. You leave some bits for a guide. So then it comes off like this. No, that's two. There you go. A little bit of a subtle bump. Nope. Like I said, it takes some time to get right. So this is where the pocket is. There you go. And, nope. There you go. And one other thing you want to keep note of, wrinkles exist. Clothes wrinkle up sometimes. Nope. I usually have a reference open when I'm drawing, even for my own OCs, just so I don't get anything wrong by chance. I know it sounds like something you wouldn't do because they're your characters and you made them, but trust me, you'll need them, especially if they're characters you don't draw often, or if they're characters that you recently created, or if you just changed the design a bit. Because I cannot tell you how many times I went and I said, I'm going to change this character's design up, and then I completely forgot that I changed the design, or how many times I've lost the original character sheets, and I forgot what they looked like, and I had to redesign them pretty much entirely. That happened with one of my OC's arc. So, yeah. It's not great. Not great at all. So then, you're gonna do that. And one of the important parts about drawing hoodies, this was something I did a lot when I first started, is this part where the hood met, where the hole in the hood met the, I don't know what you call it, the part where the zipper is. I used to draw it like this, like it's freaking defying gravity. You don't want to do that, because gravity exists. Sometimes clothes can be a little bit stiffer, but they're not that stiff. So what you want to do is make it come like circle, like that. There you go. 1 second. Sorry, everybody, had a little thing. So, yeah, you do that with the other one, too. So, yeah, gravity exists. Always take that into account. And, usually, I will draw these things kind of stiff. Actually, no, that's too much. That's too much for me. That's too much for my liking. There you go, that's a little bit better. I like that more. There you go. I like this more. There you go. And then you're going to draw the shirt underneath. And this is how I draw a little bit of a puff of fur on her chest. Now, There you go. There you go, that's nice. Alright, so then, yeah. And you're going to want to draw the other part of the hoodie. And, one of the things that you need to take into account when you're drawing hoodies is how they fold. This is how I draw them when they fold. It is just kind of like that they droop behind the back. And one thing else, that's a new term I made up. You're going to want to make sure that the fold can fit onto the shoulder, if that makes any sense. Like, here, it's too close now, like, I guess. You want to make sure that there's room for the hoodie to exist there. That's a better way of saying it. Oops, sorry, door. So it folds like this, and it comes off like this. And one thing that you want to take into account is make sure the proportions are right. I have a really big problem when it comes to symmetry. If it doesn't look the same on both sides, it's a problem and it needs to be fixed. There you go. That's a little bit better. No, it's not. I'm very perfectionist when it comes to drawing. There you go. Extend this out a bit. There. Fixed. There you go. Nice. Not nice. I try to analyze my drawings as much as I can before I put them somewhere, because by the time I've uploaded them, it's like, okay, cool. Oh wait, is that a problem? That's a problem. But then I see it's already got some likes, or people have already seen it, so there's nothing I can do about it. So, yeah. So, another thing, the hoodie itself has like this part where it comes back and attaches to the hoodie. I draw them like this, but you could also draw them like this. This is how they actually work, but my character has a design here, and when I draw them like this, sometimes it blocks it, so I draw them like this. This is what I call a short neck hoodie, and this is what I call a long neck hoodie. Or like this. Don't ask me why, I just thought it was a cool name. So then, one of the other things about this pocket, she has her hand in her pocket. So what you're going to do is make it come out like this. And this one like this. And here. And then you have a wrinkle here. There you go. Now, it probably wouldn't show on her shirt, but, you know. And, she has this design here, which is a yin and yang symbol that, I realized, I think, is backwards. But I kind of liked it as, like, a design quirk, so I kept it. Because, one of her, character, not really ideals, but, something she had with her character was she's supposed to be like a pacifist because her mother was a pacifist. And so, but her mother's idea of pacifism was kind of twisted. So she has this yin and yang symbol on her jacket, but it's backwards. So it kind of shows that twisted ideal of pacifism. Because her being a pacifist was what eventually led to her kingdom's downfall. So yeah. Sometimes I forget how the yin-yang goes. I'm pretty sure it goes like this. Or how the yin-yang on her jacket goes. And I'm pretty sure it's the dark on top and the light one on the bottom. Yeah. Kind of looks top-heavy. The yin and yang is one of the harder parts to draw. And then you're going to want to draw, for me, she has stripes on her shirt. And usually I just draw them like this. I don't really design them all the way around because it's not really that important to me for them to be perfect on the stripes. And I kind of like them when they look like this. So, yeah, that's the sketch done. And I'm gonna upload a part 2 where it shows the line art, and then there's gonna be part 3 or coloring, part 4 shading, and part 5 background. So, yeah. See you next video. Bye!